How can we look at security maintenance effort reduction? In GRC, we have enterprise role management, which offers a great extent of features, like this can be a single role repository where you can have SAP or non-SAP related roles in a single source. And this point, this source can be a source for role definition, building the role through a role process, and provisioning the role to SAP and non-SAP systems. Users or the security team doesn't need to visit PFCZ of each and every system you have in the landscape, SAP landscape, to maintain the respective security, the user security management, the user management. By having this a single source of role repository, we can look at the security maintenance effort reduction. So this also can support SAP and non-SAP systems. And the single sign-on across GRC landscape. GRC landscape is growing. GRC is now being integrated in a wide variety of sites, integrated with SharePoint for document repository, BW for the reporting, and price portals if somebody wants to see the GRC in the existing enterprise portal, and other reporting tools. So you have a good number of systems which are being integrated in GRC. Since GRC is from NetWeaver 702, GRC is on NetWeaver 702 SP6 onwards. So since NetWeaver offers single sign-on, that gives a great advantage for implementation in the GRC landscape or across the GRC landscape system. Let's quickly cover the new features. The new features which GRC 10 offers. So these are the key features with significant impact. There are many features, but these are the key features with significant impact. Robust risk analysis and remediation. Yes, it offers a lots of enhanced features which helps users to get into their respective location risk analysis or respective argument risk analysis. And bulk SOD data handling. This time, the system performance and responsiveness have been greatly enhanced. So risk analysis processing takes considerably less time when compared to the previous versions of access controls. Personalized reporting, because of the above framework, the reports are out of ALV, and also the crystal reporting with a minimal component installation without having additional crystal server. The reporting can be viewed in the crystal and drill down on the reports, which is helping the auditors as well as the business process owners to greatly see the greater details in the drill down. And the mitigation can be a system specific, and when compared to the mitigation against the risk. Audits delight, greater traceability, and also easy to view the audit, because this either request approval process or other audit related other approval screens. There are a good number of details which are being offered in this GRC 10. And centralized emergency access management, as you all know, this is a great change which has been added in GRC 10, where one login through which you can get into the multiple systems for the firefighting, and centralized single system to provision SAP and non-SAP roles to the SAP and non-SAP systems through a single step. And ERP helps in a role governance. We talked about it. With the help of enterprise role management, we can avoid hitting PFCC in multiple systems. Stronger integration with IDM for the organization to be identity compliance management. There are many to offer, but as Neeraj mentioned, this is one of the webinar series which we are going to conduct, and in the upcoming sessions you will see much more details with the system access or system live demo in the upcoming sessions. Now, what are the key takeaways from this webinar is, like, once we see a good number of or huge number of violation reports, we don't need to really look into the count. We can really look into one of the roles or few of the roles which contributes to the greater number of violations. So we can we can start with role, then get good number of roles, and then get into the user level. And we don't need to really jump into the security cleanup process once we see good number of violations. We can have a small step towards cleanup, but we can also revisit. We can also make use of the risk analysis reports for you to guide, for you to have the step towards the cleanup process. Start small and work big. Focus on building blocks of roles. Start with single roles. Go to composite, and finally users in the remediation process. And the prioritize what issues to be addressed first. That will facilitate elimination of critical risk. The risk can be a critical risk, high, medium, low. We can start towards the critical risk elimination, either by cleanup or the mitigation. And leveraging functionality of access control, identifying what is the best solution for your SOD, what is the best solution towards your rule design for your SOD violations. SAP control, GRC control rule set to match your, this is a three-way match. Policy, audit recommendations, the compliance regulation versus your system customization in the back end versus the access control rule framework. So we always need to compare between these three and have the right people involved in the project implementation, as remediation is just not a security task. Others who are relevant for compliance or the internal audits need to be involved to bring in the right suggestions for us to be having a much more scaled up or much more advanced compliance framework in place. So with this, we are open for questions, and I turn it over to Neeraj. Neeraj, back to you.